Well, the other one's up there, so when we go,
Yeah, we're on.
then we on.
We're on. I think we're on.
It says we on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome, 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 welcome.
What's good,
We
y'all? What's good, y'all?
all right. So we wanted to put some thumbs up, but we don't have it. So let's go with what we got.
Mm.
So folks, welcome to another show. We coming in a little early today because we had a couple of things we wanted to address. I'm gonna try to go through this really quick because we do have a guest that we want him to speak on some things as well. Um, where can we start? Where can we start? You know what? All this just messed me up, Blunt. You messed me
Well,
up.
we got Lloyd that's going to join us right now. This whole segment right now is
Yeah, let's
dedicated.
just bring Lloyd in,
Yeah.
and I'll just talk about what I wanted to talk real quick in our shout outs and all that stuff. So we have here with us Mr. Lloyd Archer. Mr. Lloyd Archer, president of TWU 100R Inc. Welcome to the show, Mr. Lloyd.
Mhm.
All right, so we wanted to talk to you. We wanted you to give us your view on a video that's being posted all over Facebook where you went into a meeting. But before we talk about that, I wanted to bring up to Richie Davis, right? That he has called us clowns in the past, right? I guess he's upset because either me or Blunt or both of us have been um, kind of jumping in with you and Miss Marion about this whole retiree thing, and I guess he don't like it, and he doesn't like what we put out there, so he managed to call us clowns. Blunt and I, we didn't took it serious, although um, we actually could have claimed some charges for because as
Defamation.
far as the freedom of press and freedom of speech, some categories that go against it are incitement, defamation, obscenity, right? So defamation by calling us clowns, right? But we're not going to go that route. Like we said on our this weekend when we did our recording, uh, we're men. We took it. We played around with it. I did have another video, but I guess we didn't have time to put it. Maybe at the next time. President. Anyway, now I'm not even going to bring him up right now. But the shout out that I wanted to do, I wanted to do a special shout out because again, the whole thing is that we had a couple of people that told us right that we were called clowns, but we never mentioned it. We should have said it was allegedly, right? Because neither you nor I actually heard Richard. I'm gonna call him Richard because Richie's like, we ain't pals. Richard Davis, the local 100 president. Um, we heard that he had called us clowns at some shop. What was it?
The Sharp Gate at Fresh Pond.
A fresh pond, right? So we got that news from I think it was two texts or two voice messages that we were called that. We would have loved to have video of it. And that brings me to the point before we get with Lloyd, guys. If you ever see anybody from management, the union, and they're doing a shop gate, okay, record it. If you are sitting at the crew room and they come to your depot, record it. And by the way, I really doubt Richie Davis would come to Jackie Gleason Depot and tell me I couldn't record him. I would love to see Richard Davis come to the Jackie Gleason Depot to do one of his shop gates. And if I'm sitting there, I would love to have him tell me that I can't record. I would love to have him that lady come to try to stand in front of me. I would love to see that, Mr. Davis. I would really like to because you like to pick on seniors and retirees. Come to the Jackie Gleason, but you won't come to Jackie Gleason because nobody wants him at Jackie Gleason Depot. Nobody wants him at Jackie Gleason Depot.
Well, yeah, but his father was the best over there, right?
Hmm?
Wasn't his father like a good guy over there?
Was he? I
People,
still I
yeah.
still want him to come to Gleason to do a shop gate and tell me I can't record.
Mm.
I'll leave it like that. I would love to see that.
Speaking
Um,
of Shopgate,
yeah.
right? Lloyd,
Yes, sir.
Lloyd, you went to a Shopgate. Was it Michael Quill?
Yeah.
Hold on. I want to get into that, but I'm not
Oh,
finished.
it's
Finished the
43.
rant.
It's
Not
43.
finished. I need to give this guy a shout out because
Okay.
besides being called clowns by the president of TWU, I also got word from Tuskegee and Tuskegee,
Tuskegee. Tuskegee.
Tuskegee, Tuskegee. Okay, you see, guys that out there, we've been doing this for a few years now. We have people that watch our show from all different depots, and there's people that actually like what we do. So I got word that this guy, I got to give him a shout out. I had his picture here somewhere, Blunt. Do you see it somewhere? Let me
Yeah,
put it up here.
there you
Let's
go.
put it up here. How do we
You
do
got a
this thing?
transition. There you go.
Right here, right here. I'm sorry, Mister Lloyd. Let me
Sorry
go right
about
back
that,
to you.
Lloyd.
Sorry, Lloyd. This is Sean Battaglia, right? Union guy. What is Mapstoa?
I'll make you famous.
Hmm.
Said I'll make you famous.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so I heard that he was Tuskegee. What is it?
Tuskegee.
there you
Tuskegee.
go.
Thank you, Tuskegee.
Tuskegee. Tuskegee.
Tuskegee. And apparently
Oh,
he was talking to a supervisor. I'm gonna say allegedly.
allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly, we were told that he was talking to a supervisor about having me suspended. The word was there that the supervisor asked if he wanted me to be suspended, and that he said, "No, let him talk. Let him talk. Go ahead, let him talk. No big deal. Let him talk." But the fact that he goes there and tries to start shit over here, I said, "Bro, Mr. Battaglia, first of all, this freedom of press, right? I'll tell you the freedom of press is the right to publish and disseminate information, thoughts, and opinions without restraint or censorship as guaranteed under the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. So you can't tell me shit, all right? It's freedom of press. Haven't defamed your name and any at any time, and I'm sure you're so buddies with Davis. So seeing that we're coming down like that and putting his facts out there, or the BS that he's talking, it's gonna affect you. So you're gonna try to come at me. No, man, don't do that. First of all, I'm union. I pay my dues, okay, and I have a right to say how I feel, any way I want to, without defaming anybody. So I'm just saying, people tell us shit. So if you want to say something, you could come to our show. We could have a disagreement, whatever it is. We could talk it out. You tell me what it is that your problem is with me, and I just wanted to let you know that. So I wanted to give you a little shout out, Mr. Sean Battaglia. Thank you for trying to start trouble. Trying to start trouble with Transit Misfits. It's like I don't know why, but anyway, let me take his picture though because I really disgusting me looking at his face right now. Let me take that out of there. I don't even want to. I just wanted to give him that shout out. So okay, so I got that out of my mind. The ballots, right? The ballots. If you guys didn't send your ballots out, I think tonight's the last day.
Today's the last day to
Today's
get it
the
in
last
in
day.
time. To get it in time to be counted.
Tabulations on December 9 a.m. at the New York Marriott at 33 Adams Street. Um, and can we get an injunction? I heard that they only sent like 6,000 ballots. Couldn't like
I think I seen a count with this. It's up to 9,000 out of 44,000.
that shouldn't be
44,000.
like that. There should be like, yo, we're not going to do this without everybody receiving the ballots. And Blunt and I have talked about this. Like, why don't remember Blunt when they would give you some paperwork at the depot, you had to sign for it.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't they just mail the ballots to each depot? It's called upon the depot, and each operator signs for it. Here's your ballot. Sign for it. Here's your ballot. Everybody will get the ballots if they don't want to do the whole electronic thing. So I would like to know about that. But anyway, enough of that. I'm sorry, we're gonna go over on time, but go ahead, Blunt. I spoke enough.
So,
Take it with.
like, the reason Lloyd is here because he had you
I'm
went
just
to a shop gate at Quill, right?
Yes.
So what transpired there? I mean, it's all over the internet. We're gonna show the video clip, but Lloyd, let's. I'm gonna let you um, walk us into the video clip.
All
What
right.
they're about to see.
All right. The dating question, I was asked to come up and speak to some retirees that are concerned about this medical nonsense that's going on. So I was standing outside the lunchroom of the maintenance lunchroom, and Richie Davis was in there talking. And I guess it was the steward. He opened the door wide. He said, "Hey, man, you want to come in? Don't stand out here. You can come in." So I went in the room. I stood right in the middle of the room. There was nowhere to sit. So Richie Davis was up there telling a bunch of lies, saying that some people on Facebook are telling y'all that he got rid of the retirees' medical benefits, and that is not the drum we're beating. The drum we're beating is that you remove people 65 and over out of traditional Medicare. Now, with that said, he continued to talk, and I guess then he noticed me, right? And he
Oh,
just,
he noticed you.
yeah, he singled me out. There was three other people in the room recording. Lloyd, stop recording me. I said, excuse me? He said, if you don't stop recording me, I'm going to have you removed from the room. So I asked him, how was he going to do that? I don't know if he thought he was going to, she shook me or I got nervous or whatever. So we went back and forth. And he said, I'm going to tell you again, put the phone down. And then I had to say what I said. I guess you guys will play the video. And then he snapped his finger. And a young lady came and stood in front of me. And I kind of, got taken back. Not because she stood in front of me, but how fast she ran up there to stand in front of me.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to say roll over. But it didn't happen that way. So I stopped recording. And then he
Okay.
got upset. The
Wait,
fury
wait,
came
wait.
out of him.
All right. So let's show the
Should
video
have
clip
kept going.
and
All
then you can pick it up from where you left off to see
right.
Yeah,
what
this is
happened.
really making me fume, bro. Go ahead.
Oh.
A dental plan because I figured out we how to do it so they can have dental coverage. And I said this over and over every meeting, explain to you where my head and the direction of my head is that so you could understand. So when somebody walks around saying the retirees lost their health benefits, they're full of shit. All of them. Every single one. Facebook, social media, because the retirees did not lose their benefits. I made a change, and I'm telling you I made a change into those two plans, right? Let me one more time. And if you recorded me, Lloyd, remember, this is not your shop here. This is not your shop here. You can record.
I'm not saying nothing. Why you call me out? I'm just standing here. I'm not saying
You
nothing.
got 2 seconds. Either I ask
2
them to
seconds
escort
for
you
what?
phone out. Put the
2
phone
seconds to do what?
out. To either put the phone out or let them escort you out of the shop. You want to do something in the shop
Who's
here.
going to escort
Are
me?
you a candidate for election?
No.
So
So why you worried if I'm not?
I said put the phone down. You can record me.
My father been dead for 24 years, sir.
Say again?
My father been dead for 24 years. There's no man gonna tell me what to do. I didn't come here to excuse me.
So again, with what I just explained about the Social Security and the Medicare, at 65,
Disrespect.
you have to go into a Medicare.
Yo, he went into mixing with the.
Yo, he got so upset that he started stuttering.
Yeah. So
Kind of
all
reminded
right.
we had Rob Martinez on the show.
So Lloyd, at that point, what happened after that? Because the
Okay. As
video shuts off.
soon as I shut it off, he begins to accuse me of putting a truck in front of his house and putting stuff up about his criminal case. And then he said to me, let's go outside and let me show you what I'm made of. Of
Hmm.
course, I laughed. Um, and then he said, just baiting me and baiting me. And then, of course, as OA does, nobody in the room, which didn't really surprise me, said, let's hear what he has to say. because I'm
Right.
quite sure everybody in the room knew who I was, and because I have enough videos out there, I'm all over Facebook. They know who I am.
Mhm.
But these cowards wouldn't even say, let him say what he wants to say. That's just the mentality of the OA.
Right.
That's how the OA works. They use scare tactics on the
It-
membership
So
to keep.
just to clarify, because he said that it's, I mean, I kind of agree with people out there that are saying that he took away the retirees' benefits. Now, have you said that, Lord? I know I haven't said that.
I've never said it, and nobody in TW100R never said that he took away retirees' benefits.
Hmm.
We said that and what we continue to say is that he removed retirees from 65 and older out of traditional Medicare. And he said it himself. I removed us out of the CPPO and put us into a better plan.
Hmm.
He said it himself hundreds of times.
Hmm.
So why would I say that took us out of took our medical coverage away? Because if he had did that, there would have been a real problem.
Right. Right. I mean,
Right. So it's
so
like
TW,
he,
yeah.
good.
So TWU's whole purpose is to get the option of traditional Medicare back. Now they're not saying that everybody's going to want to go back to traditional Medicare. It may not. It may be good for some people. They're not saying that. They just want the option back. I don't know where is he getting all this other stuff from. He's making it harder on himself.
Right. But again, for him to attack me like that and not
Absolutely.
speak, what are you hiding?
Mm-hmm.
What that kind of anybody would think in sense to say, if why aren't you letting the guy speak? What are you hiding? Is he gonna come in here and he's gonna tell us the truth about what really happened and
Mm,
what the suit is really about? It's about putting us back into just traditional Medicare. And he always leaves out parts of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves out the part where how much money the transit authority is saving by doing this to the retiree,
Mm-hmm.
which is $70 million a year over 4 years, I believe. Let's do the numbers. Did he?
yeah, and the reason and the funny thing is he said there were other people recording, but that he didn't want you to record
Right. He
because
did
the
say that.
others would edit whatever, right? Would edit things out if he's made a mistake or whatever. And the reason he goes on TV all the time in front of the news, right? News media, because he
Yeah.
already knows what they're going to ask. He already knows what he's going to answer.
Well,
That's why I tell everybody record whenever they come into your depot. Record, doesn't matter what they say. We have other guests that are coming up, and I'm going to ask just to make sure that I'm not wrong. But I feel that we have the right to record when they come on the what do you call it?
Shop
When they
hits.
come the what is
Shop
that?
hits.
On the shop
Shop.
gate, our depots. I believe we have the right to record. If they're in our depots, we have the right to record. So, folks, and the fact that nobody stood up when he was talking to you like that and said anything, that pisses the hell out of me as well. I can't see that. I can't understand why somebody would let that dude just talk down to a senior. I
but
don't.
you got to understand the mentality in OA is that they fearmonger because they control the overtime, control the ABA book. So if you go against them, then they punish you. This is that gangster mentality. But last I know, Jimmy Hoffa disappeared a long time ago.
They
No.
still ain't found that body.
So, so and I really believe that he thought by he had his goons up there that they were going to shake me. But each time they walked towards me to the room, to the other guy that was with me, I looked them right in the face, and they couldn't even look at me because, like, as long as they're all in one group, they bad.
Mm-hmm.
Grab the biggest one. I was always taught you grab the biggest one, and the rest of them will fall in line.
Yep.
You
That's how
know.
the bullies. That's how you handle bullies. That's exactly what he's doing right there, trying to
Well, Lloyd,
bully.
we're very sorry that you had to deal with that kind of garbage. I would say next time, don't stop recording because maybe you didn't have video, but we could have had him
The
talking
audio,
regardless.
that audio
Right.
would have
Audio,
been woo. That would
after
have been
audio,
woo.
put the phone in your pocket, be like, all right, go ahead, and just record the audio. Um, that would have been great to be able to show over here. Just like when he told that transit worker because she was not voting for him or whatever
To go to
that she had to
Evangeline
find
to get help from
Evangeline
Evangeline. Yeah, and
to
Evangeline
get a
ended up
job.
helping her.
Yep, Evangeline did it. So I,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just these people still talking high of this guy, and I don't understand why. Like why they feel that's right. And we're
He,
gonna keep going. We're gonna continue bringing everybody whatever dirt, whatever trash he's talking, whatever lies he's talking. Want to continue even after the elections, even if by some chance he does win. We're gonna continue bringing whatever people bring us because I'm just not happy with the dude at all whatsoever. So you guys know which way I'm going, and
yeah, but he was on the radio show this morning, and
he has a commercial too on 106.7 Light FM where he's telling the operators how thankful he is for them and how we do all this work and out there doing a job and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, all that bullshit, all that
yeah,
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's
on the radio show today, he was telling people how, telling the interviewer how he's working on safety and they got a big bill on the assaults, and every time that there's an assault, they run out there, which is bullshit. Nobody's
Mm.
out there to be found. Actually, I've been retired almost 10 years. Why are people calling me? It's nothing that I could do. You have union officers you should be calling because we can't get in touch with them after 5 o'clock. That job is not a 9 to 5 job. That job is around the clock. You got people working around the clock. You need representation around the clock.
mhm.
That's the way I was brought up. In that,
All right,
Absolutely.
Mr. Lloyd. But again, we want to thank you for having come on and said you're part of the story. Anything else that comes up, make sure to let us know.
definitely,
Um, we're going to start now our next part of our show. You're welcome to hang out, in the green room, listen up. But we have a couple other guests we want to bring up. And again, I want to thank you for joining us.
no problem.
And folks, share this. Let it be known what's going on. And email us if you have any issues. Email us if you have anything that you want us to put out there. Email us if you have anything that you think we said wrong. twotransimisfits@gmail.com. And the show's starting right now. We're gonna have a phone line. When you see the phone line on the screen, welcome to call and have your questions for our guests or comments about whatever just happened or anything else you want to talk about. All right, Mr. Lloyd. So thanks again.
No problem.
Again, I'm sorry that you're going through
Can I
this,
say
but
just one thing?
huh?
Can I say just one thing?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
TW 100R needs donations to continue to fight with our legal challenges. You can donate at www.tw100r.org. Again, www.tw100r.org. There's a link that you can donate and watch the video. All right. Thanks for having me again, guys.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. So we still don't have our
Yeah, I'm talking to him right now.
intro, right?
No, the intro is there. The new intro is there. I'm
Is it?
talking to our other guest right now.
Talking to who?
It's there.
All right, folks, just stand by. I see we lost one of our guests already. He'll come back. He'll come back. Oh, there he goes. Okay, I see you. I see you. Okay, you got the intro. Or we just start from here. What do you want to do?
Let's just start, man. We don't even need it. Just start from here.
Okay. All right, so folks, that was Mr. Lloyd Archer, president of TWU Local. 100R.inc. Again, you've probably seen the videos already posted. We wanted him to come on here and say in his own words what happened, because anything else would be alleged, right? So, with that, we're going to bring our first guest, Depot Jackie Gleason, ex bus operator, former Depot Chairman, Mr. Aaron Vasquez. Welcome to the show. What up, Aaron?
Aaron, what's good, Aaron?
You
I'm sorry,
ready?
I'm distracted over here.
Not much, bro. Loud and clear, loud and clear.
I don't hear Aaron. You hear him?
Oh, hold on. It would be nice if I put you on
No, but I don't hear him.
there. You don't hear him?
Oh, there.
You hear him
Yeah.
now? Yeah. So welcome to the show.
Oh, I see we're on a delay.
There's
Yeah, it's always a
little
delay, like a 30-second delay.
Yeah. Yes. Don't look at the phone or another screen because
Okay.
you're gonna get all messed up.
Okay.
So, it's Aaron. First of all, I want to congratulate you. You've been
Yeah,
now for how
that's
long?
what it is. Let me shut that down because that's what I was trying to do.
Oh yeah, you can't listen and anything else. How's retirement?
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like an extended vacation that one day I'm gonna get in trouble.
One day you're gonna get in trouble. How's that?
Yeah, like I'm supposed to go back to work.
You're not used to being home,
How's it going?
Well, nah. And then being a stay-at-home dad now, like I talked with you the other, like, why am I hearing you guys super delayed?
You're like breaking up. You're like breaking up for some reason.
I
Check
think
your,
it's coming in on two different channels.
huh? That's weird.
Yeah, we're just.
Maybe you want to.
You always have a problem. You can't see us on YouTube.
Maybe you want to
Can't hear the
back out and
comments.
come back in.
Yeah, you
Aaron?
want to step out and
Well,
come back
YouTube
in?
is no, I can't see you on Facebook.
Want to try to step out and come back in?
Yeah. I'm gonna go and come back in.
All right. He's really got a delay.
I sent you a text, P. You got to check it out. That's from him.
What now?
Yeah. All right, so Aaron, back out and then come right back in. Well, we having a doozy show. That's not us, though. What up, Rob? So it says Richie Davis will be on WBAI 7 a.m. in the morning.
So what is this text from?
That's from him, Toussaint. So we're just waiting for him to come in. You see, that's that Jersey. That's that Jersey Wi-Fi.
Jersey Wi-Fi. Who said that?
Damian Lewis said that about Aaron's like.
How do you know? Are you from Jersey too?
I guess he know Aaron.
So we're just waiting for Aaron to come back on.
There he is.
Damien got jokes, huh?
Yeah. So retired life is not suiting you so well. You're saying this is nasty.
How's it sound now?
No, it's all right.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm like trying to have dinner here, but I got in like under 10 minutes to go live. I'm tired. I was hungry, man. But like we say, the show's got to go on. So you
Man,
know what? Let me start asking Aaron. Aaron, so how many years did you work as a bus operator? He really has a delay.
yeah.
29.
29 years. 29 years. Um. Okay. How do you see changes from when you started to now? What specific changes do you see that are big deals that have changed from the time you started to now in a depot level?
Depot level, the camaraderie, the family feel.
Hmm.
And I know we've had that talk before. So it's like it was closer back then. Um,
Back in the day, y- yeah, we were all like family before.
as far as um, mm, from our strike in 2005 now, from our strike in 2005, what changes have you seen? Well, there's really a delay with him.
um, I've seen a lot of changes.
You
As
got
far,
examples? You have
hmm?
examples of
Yeah,
it.
this delay is crazy.
You have
Yeah,
examples of some of the changes that you have seen since 2005. I don't know what that is. Why is that delay there?
you know,
I again, sorry for the delay. I don't know what's going on, but 2005 under Toussaint when we struck for the unborn,
go ahead.
and now they're here and they don't understand what we fought for.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there are so many new people at the job now that they don't even know who he is, or if they do hear about him, it's about a bunch of negativity that's mostly untrue. And the delay.
I would agree to that. I would agree to that. But the bottom line is they don't have a respect for the senior operators per se as we did back then.
Who, the
Yeah,
public? You talking about the public, correct? The public or management?
I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about the depot management, the
Well,
new members. It's just a different vibe. Before, you used to be able to sit down, talk to someone. Senior operators used to joke around with us,
no. So now the
yeah,
whole culture has changed.
for sure.
lead us, tell us what not to do, how to stay out of trouble, and we would listen.
We would actually be worried about losing the job. I guess we actually didn't listen. Um,
This
You know
delay
what?
is crazy.
Before, when we were talking to Lloyd, I did say about being able to record. I just wanted to make sure if I'm right or wrong. If somebody comes into a depot, like let's say Richard Davis, um, are we as members in the depot allowed to record freely?
I don't know any rules that say we aren't allowed to record. I know you're not allowed to record in the union hall.
I could
I
see
always
that.
recorded my shop gates.
Yeah, I could
Mm.
see the union hall because that's more of a maybe a private setting. Which I still don't see why it wouldn't be allowed because not everybody could make it to the union hall, and they would be at least recorded to televise it to all the depots for those that cannot make it. but rather than the few that make it could only one. It's like that way there's no hearsay. Like, so I think that should be changed. It should be allowed to record. Um, if you don't want to say something and put your foot in your mouth, then you should just be careful what you're saying, you know, and not try to, because like I said before, when you're out there in the news, you know what
I think
they're gonna ask, you know what you're gonna respond to.
We could ask a former president that question. I think
I believe everything has to move with the times.
yeah, absolutely.
So let's bring him in. Well, I see Mr. Roger Toussaint is waiting on the
Years
wings.
ago, we had beepers. We didn't have cell phones, recordings, and all of this stuff.
Hmm.
Right. So without further ado, this is the former president of TWU Local 100. For those of you maybe tier 6 might not know him, you know, if you don't, and you've been living under a rock, because it's all out there. It's on the news. It's been on the internet. Everybody should know about Roger Toussaint.
Well, they
Welcome to
should
the
know,
show.
and not what you
Hmm?
heard.
Exactly,
Good
Mr.
evening.
Toussaint. How are you, sir?
Hi, how are you guys tonight? And hello. Having some problems getting I'm
Your
using
mic.
my cell phone. So
Okay.
trying
Just
to
don't cover the part that you talk on the phone, and that way you'll come through.
cover
Cell
what's up.
phone. Yeah, just don't cover part of the mic with your hand.
Yeah, am I?
It was
Does
going
it
like in and
appear?
out.
Does it? Oh, hold on a second.
Oh, and we lost Aaron.
We lost Aaron.
Like I said, let me first stabilize this because I'm not sure what I'm
Okay.
doing.
Okay, but I'm
Um,
just gonna ask something to you because
no, well, yeah,
I
but help me out here in terms of what I should be doing with this. To
well you sound okay right now.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on a second. Let
you
me
just
see.
need to put it on like a flat surface or
Um, let me
like
see.
a table. Now you got to bring it down because we see your forehead.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
We're gonna put you in the back so you could figure that out.
Yeah, let me just try to go ahead. You guys go ahead. Let me try to figure this
Mhm.
out.
Okay, we'll get
So
you off, and then when you're ready, we'll bring you back in.
yeah, just give us a thumbs up when you're ready. So Aaron, like you were saying, the culture is different from back then to
Can't hear
now.
everybody accurate.
It's pissing you off. I know. I really don't know why is the delay in
It's
your
something on your end, I think, Aaron.
yeah. 'Cause I think Roger seemed to hear us from. Oh,
He fainted.
earthquake! Earthquake!
Earthquake in
Hey,
Jersey.
Roger, you good?
You good?
Yeah,
No.
he's good.
Can't hear Tucson now.
He's in the. He's there. He is. All right, there you go, Roger.
You can hear me clearly?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, Mr. Roger Toussaint, I'm sure you know Mr. Aaron Vasquez.
just
I
Aaron, move the camera
only
down. You
only
like
by name.
Aaron.
only by name.
I
Aaron
think
is
he froze.
frozen. Is he frozen?
I think he froze.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just having a problem out there. Mr. Toussaint, I wanted to say something to you because I know you've talked to Blunt a few times, and can you hear me? Can you understand what I'm saying? Can you hear
Yes,
me well?
clearly.
Okay. So, oh, do that. So, back in 2005, right? I started in 2001. I was part of the strike. I was very gung ho about what you were doing, big time. I thought it was best thing. I mean, I was still new on the job. I had like 4 years on the job. I was scared to go on strike, but everything that you was fighting for, I was for. And then within 3 days, it stopped. So I got to tell you that I was highly upset at that. For all these years, I was blaming you, here at home, talking to my wife and everything, blaming Roger Toussaint. He went and he did the strike, and within 3 days, he stopped it. We should have gone longer. I know we're on hard times with money, but we would have had more had he done it. And then I've been talking to your boy Blunt. I've been watching the video and your interview, and you opened my eyes to something that I was not aware of, and that's that it was not you who chose to stop the strike. And after all these years, I apologize to you. I owe you an apology because I was really blaming you on what happened back then. You were pushing to get it done, and the international was the one that pulled the brakes on you, right? They pretty much pulled the brakes on you, even though you was going against everything. You was fighting to not to have tier 6. You was fighting for the retirees. You was fighting for the newcomers. What we call it, new blood. What is it? What we call
The
it?
unborn. The unborn.
The unborn. And so I apologize, sir, because you was doing the right thing, and it was against everybody above you, and that takes balls. I'm saying that takes balls to do. You went to jail. So again, I've been wanting for you to come on so I could apologize to you, and I'm sure that there's other people like me, if you're watching, that may have felt the same way and didn't know,
You got
but they
earthquakes
know now.
everywhere.
It's his phone. His phone just needs to stand.
Yeah.
So I know there's some things you don't want to talk about because they're from the past or whatever, but there's things that need to be said from your point of view, even to the new people or to hard-headed people like I used to be. Um, but a question I wanted to ask is what kind of changes have you seen since 2005, for better or for worse, in your own words, that have changed since you was president?
Well, I want to go back to where you start. Uh,
Okay.
there's no question that the union under the international president at the time was Frank O'Brien. There's no question that they opposed the strike publicly and posted notices to that uh, the first day.
Mm.
The man,
What
of
is-
course, the big put it on.
We're having a bad.
Yeah, hold on, Tucson, because it's like you're going in and out, and that's not you because your Wi-Fi is good.
Right.
What is going on today?
No, we're all good here.
Oh,
It's just that. It's just a signal. It's just a signal.
yeah, but his signal is full.
It's showing that it's full.
Right.
It's showing that it's full, but there's still a problem.
This sucks. This is
Aaron, welcome back. Can you hear us now? Is there still a delay? Still a delay.
I can hear you clearly.
okay. You
Yeah.
sound good now,
You
but
sound good now. You sound good now. So go ahead, Mr. Toussaint.
All right.
sorry
So
about that. Sorry
there,
about this, everybody.
there's no question that the international opposed the strike. They opposed it at our executive board meeting before we went. Um, um, executive board rejected that opposition
No,
before.
I can't hear shit.
I could
We
hear
heard
you.
you, Aaron. We heard
You
you,
could hear
Aaron.
you. You could hear you.
What did you hear there?
Oh man. Hold on.
Well,
God.
what is that? The
I
Wi-Fi
put
is a Medicare Advantage.
yeah. Hold on. I muted Aaron.
You hear
Um.
Aaron?
No, I put him on mute for now,
Oh,
so that hopefully that's what it's that was causing him to
hold on,
break.
Aaron. Yeah, Mr. Toussaint. I want to see. Okay, go ahead.
what did you
Continue.
What did you hear?
It's just that the sound is going back and forth,
No, but
on and off.
what I said, I want to know
Oh, what you said about the international,
what.
the international, basically are the ones that that stopped the strike.
No. I want to clarify that.
Go ahead.
Prior to going on strike, the international officers attended the negotiation for our executive board. And
What is going on, man? It's a conspiracy.
hello?
It's a conspiracy.
No,
It's a conspiracy.
what's going
Yeah, we've never had this issue.
It's a conspiracy. Because you're coming in and out. Every time you start talking, you come in and out. And it just never happens. Oh,
Still having problems.
and
And I
Aaron's
hear you clear.
this is not good.
No.
We might have to back out and just start all over again. Because something is definitely wrong, and that's not what we want to do. Especially you guys took the time out to be here.
It can't be the program.
No, I don't know what's going on.
It's something out there with their signal, basically. It's something with the signal. Because your signal's fine. I could be heard clear, except them.
I'm hearing very clearly.
Right, but when you talk,
It breaks up.
it breaks up. Yeah, it's like a bad phone connection. It sounds like a bad phone connection.
I'm gonna have to keep telling you to repeat yourself. It's just
Yeah.
not good.
Sometimes
Yeah, it's. I don't know what's going on, Mr. Toussaint.
you want to
Your
start the
voice.
back, or you want to call me back, or you want to have another link, or what do
Yeah,
you
you
want?
know what? You could back out and come back in. Maybe that might help your signal. But it's really not your signal, but give it a try. Back out and use the
Yeah.
same link to come right back in.
Yeah, leave and use the same link to come back in.
Hold on a second. Let me see how to back out. Um,
Okay. Guys, we apologize. We don't know what the hell's going on tonight. I mean, Lloyd was clear. And as soon as Aaron came, Aaron messed us up, man. It's Aaron's fault.
This is a first. This is a first.
Oh, look. Bad connection for Roger. It started when Aaron chimed in. Oh, it must be JP Slate. No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. I really
We
don't.
may have to do this next Monday because it's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
Yes.
We didn't have a problem with Lloyd.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we could. No, we could hear you. We could hear you. Right, but we could hear you. But your sound and picture's perfect. So I'm gonna bring Lloyd real quick just to test something out. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Let's see. Let's see how this works out, Mr.
See?
Lloyd.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Am I making
See?
static?
No, you're fine.
It's because I'm on an Apple computer.
Oh, stop!
That's it. That's it. There you go.
Oh,
Apple.
stop.
These people on Android, they don't get it. These people on Android don't get it. Let me stop. We love Android users. We love Android users too. I don't want to lose you because you're on Android. Okay, Mr. Lloyd. Okay. So we're just gonna send you back to the room, but hold on. So you see, he's coming out fine. So it's something with the other two guests. There's something with the other two guests. Maybe they need to use either a
Yeah,
laptop.
every time Aaron comes on, it says AV, so something wrong.
No, that's Aaron Vasquez, bro. Dude.
Listen, I need some
It
sleep.
was
Man.
the AV switch or something.
I'm thinking it's audio video. Like that's where my mind is at right now. I need some
Look right
coffee.
there, AV,
Yeah.
Aaron Vasquez.
I'm like, why does it keep saying that? It's,
Why does it keep reading AV? Shout out to my co-host.
I need some sleep, y'all. You guys had me up all day. Yeah, that's messed up, man. Like, And now Aaron's screen is not working.
Listen,
Aaron, plug it
shit
in.
happens. Shit happens. Blunt, I say we end this. We come back. We try to see if we can do it again next Monday.
I mean, as if Rogers is willing to come back.
If you can.
Yeah.
If not,
It's
I
tough.
guess we're recording this. You could make a couple of shorts or whatever you can fix out of this.
What are we gonna have? A bunch of bloopers?
A blooper reel.
A blooper reel. Hmm. Yeah. That's crazy. I really don't understand. All right.
Yeah, we can't complain about your picture and your sound. Your picture and your sound is perfect, Lloyd.
Yeah. Nobody knows that we're talking to Lloyd right now.
Yeah, well, they hear us.
They hear us. They don't hear him.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then,
now they can see.
Jazzy, when y'all put me back in and the thing comes out says you're on stage, maybe I should
Yeah.
jokes.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna tell Toussaint if we can reschedule.
Look at
For
that! Look at
another.
that! Look at that, Mr. Lloyd. You got the spotlight, Mr. Lloyd.
Man, this is Jazzy, man.
We're in the spotlight. We need
Don't,
that sign in the back that says cigars and whiskey in the back of you now.
that's in the garage. You see Biggie and Tupac behind me, right?
Yeah. I see. Okay. All right. Well, a guest left. I mean, we have an issue, folks. We have an issue, and not even us. It's not here. It's really not here. It's something on their side. It's definitely something on their side. If the connection is not good with the program, it's not working. They probably need to do it either with a laptop. Oh, no wonder I could hear Lloyd because we have here a button that says "Listen off stage feeds."
Yeah. You could cut it off and cut it
Mine's
back on.
on. Yeah, mine's is on.
Let's see.
And you need Chrome on your computer for this program, right?
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't think
I
you
don't know
need
what I'm
Chrome.
using. It would tell you what you need to
Yeah,
use.
I had to use Chrome. Hey, I'm watching myself on the phone.
Looks like we have Mr. Toussaint back on.
Oh, he's there. Okay. Let's make sure he's working. I was about to.
Mr. Toussaint, can you hear us now?
I can hear you guys clearly.
Perfect.
Go. There it goes. There it goes.
How is my? Am I cut off? Is my
Yeah,
power?
Yeah. You gotta
yeah.
move back a little bit.
Back up a little bit.
Mm,
The mic will pick you up. Just got to back up a little bit.
yeah.
You say you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Oh, earthquake. Okay.
Oh, Mr. Toussaint, we have you on here. You see uh, Mr. Lloyd Archer. I don't know if you ever met him. Mr. Lloyd Archer, Roger Toussaint.
Now I never met that guy.
Okay, now I know you're talking doo doo. I don't know. Maybe you haven't seen him in a long time. Mr. Toussaint, this is not going well today for some reason. We have Aaron as well. Let me see, Aaron. Aaron,
Yeah.
can we hear you now? I think Aaron has the delay. Aaron's on a delay
Look,
for
Yeah.
sure.
you're gonna lose people all the time.
Yeah, no, Mr. Toussaint, would you be okay with doing this again next Monday? Because it seems like signals are just not good.
That should not be a problem, but we should talk. A couple days before. You don't want to try to do something now.
I mean, we could try. Just keep pulling it
We're
out.
trying, but
Right?
if it's on your side,
You having problems when I speak?
no, we
That
could hear
came.
you now.
That came in clear. Aaron is done. Stick a
All
fork
right.
in Aaron. He's done.
don't take your listeners for granted. I mean, people spending their time.
Absolutely.
Of course. But again, it's not. This is not our what we. It's something.
Okay, but can you hear clearly now?
I could hear you clear. Yes.
There are a couple of things I want to clarify.
Go ahead.
Um, the first thing is that the international made it clear that they were not in agreement with us going on. The second was knew this when it overrode the recommendation of the national officers and called the strike anyway. I was fully in agreement with that, but there was a majority vote on the executive board to call the strike. The international was threatened by the courts to be found in contempt. What the international did is they distanced themselves from the strike and issued a public flyer, a large poster.
What just happened?
We lost them.
Okay. Okay, there you go.
Did everyone hear me on that?
Yes.
We heard the last thing we heard was poster.
Right, the international issued a poster. I've sent it to Eric, and you should share it. You can do that now. You can share it with your listeners, or or sometime after.
I'll
The,
put it in. I'll put it up. Yeah.
the international issued a poster opposing the strike and calling for people to basically cross the picket line. That was on the first day of the strike. And, management plastered that all over the property. Now, I want to make it very clear: the international, the executive, our executive board, the local 100 executive board, would have went on strike regardless of what the international said, and would have stayed on strike regardless of what the international said, even though there were threats associated with it of placing the union in trusteeship. Courts, our information was that the courts were moving to seize the union's assets and properties in order to collapse the strike or to crush the strike. Regardless of these things, we would have stayed on strike. And the main thing I want to clarify is, and this goes back to you, brother. Um,
Pete.
yes,
Pete.
Pete. I'm sorry,
Yes.
brother Pete. The main thing I want to clarify is that the reason why we came off the strike on the third day is because we signed an agreement with the second day of the strike in which we got what we were asking for, and why, and the reason why we went on strike was settled to our satisfaction. The reason why we went on strike, as far as the entire world knew, the public, the members, our executive board certainly, the media, the reason why we went out on strike was because the MTA was insistent in its last and final offer on forcing us to accept and agree to a tier 6 pension. We told them that strike, and we would never, there's no way we were going to accept that, and we called the strike to block them from imposing a tier 6 pension on the negotiations. Now, the way this works is that when you make a last and final offer, and the dispute ends up before an arbitrator, such as PERB under the Taylor law, the Public Employment Relations Board, then that last and final offer is the package presented to that board for the board to decide. We were not going to run the risk of the board or anyone else imposing a tier 6 pension on our members or on future transit workers. We called the strike to stop the tier 6 pension. When the MTA folded and agreed to withdraw the tier 6 pension on the second day of the strike, and when they further
Well, froze further.
Mhm.
So hopefully he comes back on.
Hello?
Okay,
Yes, sir.
we got up to further.
What was the last thing you heard, though?
Further.
Further.
No,
When
no, the last factual point.
you said you was about to say when they further after you. Oh my God, what did you
But
just say?
they agreed to withdraw the Tier 6 pension. They agreed to that in writing. That was the principal reason why we were out, why we had walked, why we were on strike. So we had won on the principal issue that we went out on strike. In addition to that, they agreed to refund our members $131.7 million in a pension refund. As well, they agreed to grant Martin Luther King Day as a paid holiday for the first time ever for transit workers. There were provisions, but granted that we had won on the principal reasons why we had gone on strike and more, then it was appropriate to end the strike. So I would ask anyone, including you, Brother Pete, why would we have stayed out once we won on the issue on which we went out on strike? I mean, what do we stay out for? To win what? And how do we communicate that? How do we articulate that to the members and to the public who knew that we went on strike to block a Tier 6 pension? So we won on the Tier 6 pension, then what do we do? Do we stay out on strike and find some other reason to be out on strike? And think about that. Think about how that goes over in the public.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We move,
sure.
it's called moving the ball, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It would have been incorrect and it would have been a bad mistake to stay out on strike once we won on the issues that we had gone out on strike for. We settled a contract on the second day of the strike, and I've given you that as well, Eric, and you should post that. It's called a term sheet signed on the 22nd of December 2005. It has a number of provisions and is signed by me and the Director of Labor Relations for the MTA, right? A series of provisions signed that include wages. It included the withdrawal of the pension, and it included the pension refund of $131.7 million. It included Martin Luther King Day as a new holiday, and etc. So the reason why we ended the strike is because we won.
Okay.
Now, it's important to everyone who opposed the strike, beginning with the MTA and the media, to try to portray it as a loss. But it also served the purposes of our detractors inside of the union,
Mm-hmm.
right? Who opposed the strike and many of whom scabbed on the strike, right? To try to portray it as a loss. And they have spent the last many years portraying the 2005 strike as a loss. In fact, they created an education department around that singular idea, telling all new transit workers that the 2005 strike was a failure,
Mm-hmm.
writing the entire history, right? And that has been done successfully, even to some people who were present and who participated in the strike. Now, one other important fact that should be borne in mind here, okay, there are several, but one of them is that on the second day of the strike, um, on the first day, sorry, of the strike, December 21st, we received a letter signed by all OA officers. 21 officers signed the letter asking that we put the management's last offer up for a vote, up to a membership vote. We were already on strike. We were for a membership vote on whether we should accept management's last offer. So that would have required collapsing the strike on the second day of the strike.
Okay.
International trying to cripple the strike right, by public calls for people to cross the picket lines. We also had a significant section of officers who basically followed the international and called for a vote on whether we should be on strike, whether we should accept management's last offer. This was a fairly complicated situation,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um,
Correct.
and now keep in mind, I mean, those of you who have not been around long, and I've been obviously, the last strike of national significance that ended up in a failure was the strike by air traffic controllers in 1980, 91.
1980 what?
1980-81 under
19.
Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
11,000 air traffic controllers called a strike and shut down the airways across the country and internationally. Ronald Reagan fired all 11,000 of them, partly
Mm.
because the strike was not very well supported by the AFL-CIO. The air traffic controllers view themselves as a kind of privileged class, and they did not reach out in terms of solidarity, and the AFL-CIO stood on the sidelines. But nonetheless, the point is that strike ended in failure and with the firing of 11,000 air traffic controllers. The important
11,000.
is that from 1981 on, for the next 30 years, for decades, 30, 40 years, the American labor movement was forced to engage in concessionary bargaining that could be traced back to the defeat of the air traffic controller strike in 1980-81. And I mention this to say that when you have a strike of national importance, and we were striking in New York City, the home of Wall Street, Governor Pataki was being was a potential candidate to run in the 2006 presidential elections, right? Oh, sorry, the 2008 presidential elections. He had a search committee on. The international was opposed to us, as I mentioned. We had problems within our ranks, right? When you combine all of this, had we failed, had that strike been defeated, the consequences would have been felt across the American labor movement for the next several decades. Instead, we were able to block Tier 6 from happening in New York City. Transit workers single handedly stopped Tier 6 in the 2005 strike. It wasn't until 2012 when Governor Cuomo came in with John Samuelson on the watch at Local 100 that they were able to successfully impose a Tier 6 pension on transit and all public sector workers in New York State. So we had effectively blocked it, Tier 6 from 2005 to 2012 for 7 years, right? As a result of the 2005 strike. Now that is of enormous importance. For people to think that the strike was a failure, it means that they have to erase that very essential and powerful piece of information from their mind. Otherwise, we would have had Tier 6 since 2005, 2006. About 2,000 transit workers are hired on an annual basis. That's the rate of attrition across transit, right?
The
From
rate of a what? I'm sorry.
5
The rate of a.
attrition,
Okay.
Nutrition.
people retire and jobs are replaced.
Okay.
So from 2005 to 2012, we're talking 7 years. Over 7 years, that's 14,000 transit workers who would have been under Tier 6 but for the 2005 strike. The Tier came in 2012, right, which is 12 years ago, and that has resulted in 24,000 transit workers being under Tier 6. At least minimum 24,000 as a result of it being imposed in 2012. If it was not for the strike, that number would have been more like 38,000 transit workers would have been under Tier 6. So how do
Oh
you
man, how
quantify?
many?
How do you measure that? How does any when you look at the math and the facts on the ground, how do you say that the strike was a failure, or that and what should we have stayed out for? I ask that question.
Okay. I mean, it was so far from me. I can't say much about it now. I just remembered.
But it's important because I've been explaining this to the same people
Right, but
hundreds of times, and they keep going back to it.
Mhm.
yeah.
But I don't think it was worthwhile to strike for the unborn, for the new transit workers coming in behind. They were not property. We may have
Mm,
gotten additional some more money had we sacrificed them, just like what is going on right now in the union. You sacrifice one group and you get a few pennies in your pocket for that.
mm.
Mhm.
But maybe some people don't think we should have sacrificed, right? Maybe when the penalties came down, meaning the fines and the fines on the union and the fines on members, they say this wasn't worth it. But it wasn't it. There was
It
about
was.
1,000 more transit workers under tier six, right?
I
At
see your point. Yeah,
least now
yeah.
we can say to all transit workers, we stood by you, and that should be a print. That's a that you should stand to that, right? I mean, I don't know what could be said. I am very proud of the strike. I think that in terms of the American labor movement, it was one of the very few positive victories in many decades since the air traffic controllers who are practitioners, who know stuff, who know the history of the American labor movement. They will tell you that the strike
Who's
was one of the very few victories to point to in the past many decades. But transit workers have been convinced by Samuel. These are the guys who gave up their six in 2000, right?
Right.
Gave back our help anyway. They have been able to convince people that the worst thing that ever happened was the transit strike in 2005. That put guys like Nicholas Bedell, who to run the education department, to drum that into all of the shop stewards and activists. He had Nicholas Bedell and Steve Downs preach that for the community, that the 2005 strike was a failure, right? And the result is all of this confusion to clear up and deal with. Years rewriting that history.
Mhm.
And meanwhile, when Samuelson took over, instead of in 2000, the first contract was in 2012. His contract. That contract wasn't settled until 2014, more than 2 years later, because they couldn't handle the MTA and they couldn't handle the governor. And in that contract, Samuelson moved the medical contribution to a 2% from 1.5, right? That's of other major concessions.
Mhm.
Tier 6 in 2012, 2% contribution in 2012, sorry, 2014. Um, I can list a bunch of other major concessions, including moving the top pay to 6 year progression or whatever it is, 5 or 6 year progression, and a number of other things. So all of the bad news and setbacks and givebacks occurred from 2012 on. 2000, I left in 2009, at the end of 2009. And many people have accepted the version of facts presented by the people who stabbed them in their back and continues to stab them in the back. And they have accepted those version of facts. Just like how today many people, many Americans accept Trump, right? Despite
Mhm.
all the Trump things Trump could do. He can rob,
Yeah.
his family, from children, from college students, from whoever, and they believe whatever he says,
They all say it's alleged.
right?
It
They
could be in
believe
black
whatever,
and white, and they'll still say it's alleged.
and today transit workers, if you speak, I mean, even have educated, smart guys, right? What about I don't approach this at all with kind of apology. The 2005 strike was successful, and it comes with a price. And those of us who who claim that we want to fight, but insist that we don't want to come out of it with any bruises and cuts and bloody noses, and be serious about wanting to fight. Because the neighborhoods I grew up in, from Trinidad to Crown Heights, Bed-Stuy, and Harlem, I don't know of any fights where you don't get scratches and bruises and bumps and bloody noses. The only fight I know is when you're prepared to shed some sacrifice. So for those of you who are big and brave and tough guys, but don't want to be scratched and so forth, then stay out of the business.
Richie Davis.
Just stay out of the business, but don't come tell the fighters, you know, that that we should have got won every. How do you win everything? In what world do you win everything?
Mhm.
In what don't receive punches? How do you grow? How do you know? You want the ocean without waves and without rough waters and without thunder and lightning. You want rain without thunder and lightning. What is this? What kind of people are you?
Understand? Definitely see your point, Mr. Toussaint.
So,
Yeah, I just want to
I,
apologize for.
so I mean, I would not like to revisit this again. What?
We're having sound problems again, Mr. Toussaint. Eh,
How is it?
yeah,
How is it?
yeah, I could hear you.
Okay.
We lost Mr. Aaron. Hey, there's something over there again. Go ahead, sir. You were showing something. Blood. You were not able to put it up.
You saw this booklet,
Oh, that's that PDF.
Yeah,
the PDF of all of the reforms and accomplishments uh, since the 2002 contract, oh 05, almost all of these things, the stuff that transit workers enjoy today, most of it is attributed to the 2002 contract and the 2005. But most transit workers, just a few always been around, right?
can we post that on our groups?
I'm
Sorry,
gonna I'm gonna see if I can post it
We're gonna
in the
post it
chat.
on our
this was
groups 'cause I saw it. That's a
It's
nice
a lot
read.
to read.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
it's a
lot
lot
to
to
read.
read. Mhm.
Yeah,
right, but it
yeah,
is
very interesting.
important to get an understanding of all of the accomplishments.
We're gonna make sure we post it in our groups, and
How,
maybe we could pass it along to other operators that want to read it.
how many OA members know that up until the 2002 contract, they only had 5 sick days a year? Did you guys know this?
Say that again. Did what?
Up until the 2002 contract, OA members were only entitled to 5 sick days a year instead of the 12 sick days that transit
Yeah,
members were
yeah,
entitled, right?
right.
But current OA members came in with 12 sick days, and they assumed that that has always been the case. That was only one in the 2002 contract.
Got it.
Monday was not always around. That was one. That was one in 2005 contract,
Hmm.
right? The lifetime medical.
They just forget. People either forget or they just
What is called lifetime medical?
lifetime medical. That's what we're
It's
supposed to get.
unbroken medical coverage from when you retire. You're able to at 55, right? So this medical coverage has medical price. It carries 55. provide.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Mr. Toussaint, yeah,
It's
we're
not.
going. We don't want to get kicked off the program.
Mhm.
Mr. Toussaint, yeah, you started like breaking again. Um, I, I, I don't know. Maybe if it was the link. I don't know what it is, but
Anyway, please post that booklet with
we
where people
definitely will.
read the accomplishment
I'm
that.
gonna try to put it in a group now.
But yeah, and
Yeah,
people are,
we'll put it in our groups that way everybody could click on it, open it, and read everything.
and please also put the terms that was signed off on the
Matter of fact, we should bring him into our group, into our Next Plus Please group. And
Is he
if
not in
you
there?
no,
Mm.
you've never been in that group, but we're going to invite you to a bus operator group that we've had. Has been there since 2014,
what's the name of the group?
and it's our bus operators.
It's called
That's
Next
Bus
Bus,
operators.
please.
Next Bus Please. If you ever feel like you want to add some content to it, you go ahead. If you ever want to, you see people post questions and stuff, you want to respond to it, you feel free. All right, it's not, you're not forced to always be on there if you don't want to, but we just want to bring you in there. We'll send you the invite, and
so,
sometimes you might see something that you might want to comment on, because
or
like you said, a lot of people have forgotten how it used to
other
be.
people have chosen to forget because maybe they, again, as I said to you privately, maybe people don't share the same values. One
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
he could get more money. Good luck to him. Let him do his own fight. That's the
I
perspective,
agree.
right?
Right.
So a lot of this comes down to what values are important. The
Okay.
that stood for in the strike was the values of solidarity and sticking together, not not surrendering one group for the benefit of the other.
Thank you. Okay, and with that, we'll end this tonight's
Okay.
program. Mr. Lloyd, I want to thank you for having come on early. I know. Thank you so much for coming, Mr. Roger Toussaint. Thank you so much. I know we had some issues.
A lot of
Hopefully,
issues.
we'll be welcome to come back some other whenever you want.
Okay.
And
All right.
and
Take it easy and good night.
good night, sir.
All right. Very good. Bye.
I'm waiting for this PDF
Mhm.
to upload. Hopefully it'll go through. Nope, didn't want to go through.
Yeah. Uh, okay, but it was terrible, and
That
it's
was
not, folks. It's not here. It was there. They just had some issues with either, I don't know if it was the link, because Mr. Lloyd, it was, everything was working fine. So hopefully we'll be able to try this again another time, folks. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Lloyd. Thank you for joining us. And now I don't hear you.
Anytime. I muted myself.
Oh,
Anytime,
okay.
anytime
All right.
guys. I'm going
Well,
to
once again, for those, give your tell us you muted yourself again.
I did. No, can
Yeah.
you hear me,
Okay.
guys? You can hear me
Yeah.
now?
Give everybody the links,
Yes.
your page.
For information on TW100R, you can go to www.tw100r.org. You can donate to our legal fund there. And don't listen to that shit about we stealing money because that's not what we're doing. It's for our legal fund. And if you want to email us, it's tw100r at gmail.com. And if you have any issues, please reach out to us with your medical. Please reach out to us so we can help you file an affidavit for our court case. There's a telephone number you can reach us also. I don't know it right off my head, but on the webpage I gave you, www.tw100.org. Have a nice day, guys. Thanks for
All right.
inviting.
all
Thank
right,
you,
Lord.
sir. We'll
All right.
talk soon.
All right.
Wow.
All right. This is
Out of all days,
of all days. Now people that are calling you call us clowns are really gonna be calling us clowns, huh?
clowns that can't keep it together.
But listen, There was nothing we could do. It was not on our side. It's not on our side.
Hmm.
Well, you think it was on our side?
No, no, no. I just don't like that it happened at all. Like, come on, you got.
No.
This is very important, and people need to hear
Yeah,
everybody clearly, not breaking up like that.
yeah. But folks, we will do our best to bring them back on in a following week. You know what else is because I like to always come in and bring them in early so we could do the whole sound and video, and we just didn't have a chance today.
No,
We
we
didn't have
had
a
to
chance.
go jump right in. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have no chance to make sure that their sound was good because we could have probably resend another link. Maybe it's the link that was not good.
Hmm, I don't know, but I'm going to post a PDF in the chats so you guys can read it.
Yeah.
It's a read.
And those of you that have worked for transit, feel free to join our page, Next Bus Please, on Facebook. You just got to answer a couple questions. Don't come with no fake accounts. And make sure you answer the questions if you want to come on. Next Bus Please has been there since 2014, a group for transit workers worldwide. So we don't just have workers there from New York, even though probably the majority are from New York. But we do have people there from other parts of the country. And it's good. We able to share stories and the struggles that we share from state to state. Um, had some pictures we'll probably share on the next show. Um, and that's it. I'm kind of bummed. Kind of
Me
bummed that it
too.
went.
I am bummed.
Kind of bummed.
Didn't go out.
We
Didn't
did
go
not only did we go
smooth.
a half hour early, but it's kind of bummed. Especially when you have guests like that.
Mhm.
So folks, don't hang us. Again, this was not the same program that we had before that was messed up. But something just went wrong. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe we had to do something with the weather that was messing up the signal. Listen,
Aaron,
blame it on the
Aaron,
rain.
no, Aaron had to throw the shot in. He had to throw the shot in.
The Martinez
Boy.
slate. Ah,
Yeah,
all
so
right.
so many don't want the truth, and you're gonna hear a lot of people try to debunk. But how can you debunk the man who did the who coordinated it?
Yeah,
And as you can see, um, he had his back against the wall. It was like everybody named Mother didn't want him to do it, and he still did it. So
still did it. We got some things.
he got what he wanted, and he backed out. A lot of people say, "Oh, we should have stayed longer. We didn't get nothing." That's those are
He
lies.
definitely redeemed himself in my book because I had this negative thoughts in. He definitely redeemed himself, or not that he redeemed himself. I was just didn't understand what was going on back then.
Yo, I
You
can't.
know,
Oh,
and
man.
probably also following everything else when you hear people. You go by what you hear other people
Mhm.
talking about around the depot. So that was probably also what got me into feeling the way I felt about Mr. Toussaint.
Yeah, you kind of hear the depot lawyers and crew
Yeah,
lawyers.
yeah. And being new, you
Everybody.
start listening to that because you don't know any better. And again, I wasn't big into the politics and all that going on. So you go with what you hear. Anyway, folks, hope that it was a bit enjoyable. If you liked it, please follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Two Trends and Misfits, and we promise to be better next time.
I hope so. I mean, what can we do?
And we didn't even have our intros. We didn't have a time to put our
Yo,
intros.
and like right now, I'm looking at the left, the side over here,
Yeah.
and none of my videos are showing up here.
When we go off, I'm gonna show you something. We had it in another studio. I think you put it in another studio, an older studio.
I didn't put anything in that.
Right?
And the
Okay.
one that they were the recording they were Martinez and them, I didn't put anything in it. I just recorded.
Mm.
I just used it for recording. Because I was
Okay.
going to
Well,
put everything in as I edit it, so I didn't need it. But yeah, I'm looking for the videos. Like all the videos that we supposed to have, the outros or intros, all that is gone. I don't see them.
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway.
Sorry,
Anyway,
guys.
folks. With that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete.
I'm your boy Blunt.
And remember, give your hater a poke.
I don't know what the hell. Fuck them. They can't take a joke.